Hello and welcome to our latest video. I say our latest video, it's just me. Although, over there, look, if I can turn it around. Yeah, sorry about that. So, I thought we'd do a video about 10 things that nobody tells you as a new motorhomer. So we'll start off with number 1, wind. And I don't mean the kind of wind that she's got. Obviously we've had storms recently. Now, nobody ever tells you that if you haven't got like jacks on the back to steady yourself, motorhome steadies, that's what I meant, couldn't think. Yeah, nobody actually tells you that if you don't have those, or levelling feet, legs, whatever.
It's like being on a boat.
It is like being on a boat. You get seasick. It's not very nice at all. Although saying that, you do kind of get used to it. Sorry, I'm just going to have to pick a dog up because she's just bloody whining at me. Come here, monster. Right, Loose, you're on camera, look. Over there, look over there. It's been a pain in the backside. Oh,
No.
Loose. Right, you can go down now. There. Right, number 2. Open your flaps in the toilet. Do not go to the toilet and have a number 1 or even worse, a number 2 without opening the flap first. With a number 1, the second person who goes in lifts the lid up and then there's potential splashback and nobody needs that. Number 3, your garage. We're lucky, we've got quite a reasonable garage in here, but it doesn't matter how many times you tidy it, it is still never right and you've still never got enough room. Number 4, you are always considered an expert when you are driving something like we are, which is a 5-ton tag axle. I guess people just look at you and assume that you started at, say, a 6-metre motorhome and then you went bigger and bigger and bigger. No, not us. We just went straight in, never been camping, never even had a tent, nothing. We went straight for a tag, and it's a big monster. It's nearly 9 metres long. So when you park up on a site, people just assume you've been doing it for donkey's years, so they're happy to come over and go, oh, how do you do this and how do you do that? We didn't have a clue, but we've learnt a lot in 3 months. Right, next up, if you're wondering why I keep looking over here, I think I'm looking over there or over there, I don't know. I've got you lent up against my laptop so I can read my list of all the things that people ask. Right, number 5, levelling. Now, we use ramps because we don't want to be unlevel, off level. We don't like feeling a bit wonky when we're walking about, or even worse, when we're in bed. Nobody wants that feeling of like sliding out of bed. Now, I know some people will say, oh, as long as the bathroom door doesn't swing open, or as long as I can drink me gin or whatever. No, I like to be level. Maybe it's OCD, I don't know. I just like to be level. But when you are level and it rains, you'll find that you get standing water on your roof. So you can be level, but apparently you can be too level. Who knew? Right, number 6. Oh, this is a proper bugbear of ours. Public transport near sites. And this also leads on to number 7, which is footpaths near sites. Now, we've stayed in a few sites around the Lincolnshire area. And they'll be in like little villages. And you come out onto the main road and there's no footpath anywhere. So you end up having to walk a mile or so to the local shop. Now, usually that village is where you'll get your public transport, nowhere near the site. So, you take your life in your hand walking along the road, and 2, you're going into a little Ponzi village where you might get a bus every 5 months. Don't get me started on taxis, because taxis are just as bloody bad, especially around that Lincolnshire area where apparently it's really difficult to get a taxi licence. And the number of times we were ringing up asking for a taxi only to be told, no, we don't have any available today. And this can be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Jesus. Where are we? Number 8, rubbish. If you order stuff from Amazon, eBay, whatever, You get it sent to a locker or a post office or even a family member, and then you go and pick it all up in bulk. Getting rid of your rubbish, that's a nightmare. We're quite lucky. Amazon lockers tend to be quite near to bins. So we've now figured out what you need to do. Get your stuff out the locker, immediately get it out the brown packaging, shove it in your bag. If it's in another box, get it out of that box and shove that in the rubbish as well. It's just easier than getting everything back into the motorhome and then trying to figure out where to put all this cardboard. Right, number 9. We're nearly at the end now, you'll be pleased to hear. Number 9, planning where to go. Oh my God, it's like a full-time job sometimes.
Especially now.
Yeah, this time of year, so we're in late October. So many sites closed down, and there still seems to be a few that don't like tag axles. Don't know what your problem is. Petty. But yeah, we're finding at the moment that because someone doesn't do geography very well, I'm having to like bring maps up so that I can point out where we're looking at, different areas.
You've got your little map behind your head.
Oh yeah. Look, that's my map of the United Kingdom and Ireland. So on here, this is where we are at the moment. There's a little pin in there, you can't see it very well, but there's a pin in there to say we're in Skegness, and then when I've booked the next site I'll put a pin in, and then I can show somebody where we're going, because otherwise what she'll do is say, oh, can we go to Oxford, when we're just next to Loch Lomond or something. But yeah, it can be really quite stressful, and nobody ever explains this to you. Like I said, we're about 3 months in, so we're still sticking to sites mostly. We have the odd pub stop or off-grid or whatever you want to call it, but mostly we go to sites. So we're trying to book a few weeks in advance, and you're trying to juggle if you want to do, say, 4 days at one place and then 5 days at the next. And then obviously it's bonfire night coming up. So last night we had fireworks, and we've got 2 dogs that are scared of fireworks. So it can be really stressful, and you do end up getting stroppy with each other. It's just how it is, unless you are so proper OCD about your planning and work months and months in advance. But I did enough planning in my last few jobs. I don't want to be doing it now. Let's just wing it. So lastly, finally, number 10. This is what motorhomers don't tell the newbies. It's an adventure. It really is. Yeah, it can be stressful. There can be times where you're, obviously not in my case, tearing your hair out. But we went to a site called Camp Crystal Lake on Friday the 13th. Horror fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. And when we were walking into the local village, we came across a couple of escaped pigs. They were pet pigs. They weren't like sausage pigs or bacon pigs.
We hope.
Well, yeah, possibly. So yeah, we were helping to wrangle the pigs. We rescued them out the road. We kept them against a hedge. Got the homeowner. She came, and then she had to ring her husband, and we tried to get them out of this hedge in, and it's a laugh. This isn't all serious. Life is serious. Going to work every day and all that sort of malarkey. But this is fun. As long as you remember that, you're here to enjoy it. You're not here to just struggle along. That's what the rest of life's about.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
Which is a phrase I don't like anyway. I hate the J word, but it's true. It's all about the things that you do all the way through your life. And if that involves motorhoming, or dare I say it, caravanning as well, just sit back, just enjoy it. Just make sure you get the great memories, so that when you are there sitting in your deathbed or whatever, you can look back and know that you had a bloody good time. So that's it. I did think that I was actually going to get up to about 20 things that nobody tells you, but I've got a terrible memory, so as I didn't write them down, I've only got 10. Maybe there'll be a part 2. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you later. Say bye.
Goodbye.
She can't hear us. She's got headphones on. Anyway.